Ever felt like you've accomplished so much, but when it's time to step up and ask for that next opportunity, you struggle to put it into words? And that's where collecting your receipts comes in. Are you ready to stop being the best kept secret at your work? In this episode, we're breaking down exactly why collecting your career receipts is the move that every midlife professional should be making. We want to make sure that when you're aiming for a raise, eyeing a promotion, or planning your next big career pivot, that you're keeping track of your accomplishments. And remember that it's not bragging, this is strategy. So before we get started, I actually want to let you know that I have created a free PDF bundle that is going to help you with this whole exercise. It's going to have everything you need for updating your resume, getting your portfolio together, and just a whole lot that is going to polish up what you're going to be doing in these exercises. So go to the show notes, download that, and be ready to run with all of the good tips that I'm going to be sharing with you. First, let's get clear on why this even matters. Too many midlife professionals underestimate the value of their own impact. But here's the truth, no one else is keeping score. You have to be your own champion. It's not anybody else's responsibility to keep up with the types of things that you're doing that's moving the needle. When you have concrete evidence of your impact, you move from vague self praise to indisputable facts. And that is what's going to make you stand out from all of the competition. First, let's take company loyalty off the table. And I say this with love. I'm holding your hand while I tell you this, but just stop believing that you deserve a raise or deserve a promotion simply because you've been at the organization for 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever the number. Nobody cares. And quite frankly, it's not going to be anything that makes someone respect you more or appreciate your value anymore just because you've been in the same place for a very long time. So, what I want you to do is to think about the things that the company actually cares about and have, the Janet Jackson song playing in your head a little bit. What have you done for me lately? Because that's exactly what they care about. So think about, what is it that the company is trying to achieve? What are their goals? And how are you playing a part in making sure that they reach those goals? So the first action that I want you to take is to open a Word doc or Google Doc or the Notes app on your phone. I don't care. Don't overthink it. Just open it up. And I want you to call it My Achievement Log. And this is going to be a file that you keep open so that you are ready to capture your wins as they happen. Imagine this. You've just closed a big deal for your company, let's say $50,000. And your performance review rolls around at the end of the year, and your manager only remembers the last presentation that you gave, nothing more. So you feel defeated. You know that you've delivered so much more, but without any proof, it basically just disappears within the shuffle. Here's three reasons why keeping your own records is a must. Number one, because memory fades, but data doesn't. We as humans are natural storytellers, but we are inherently forgetful. 6 months from now, that big deal where you got your company $50,000 that I just mentioned, you might remember that big win, but just not the exact numbers. You might not remember the client quotes. You will probably have some of the details out of context, but systematically recording those achievements is going to make you bulletproof and have a foolproof record. And when it's time to advocate for yourself, when it's time to speak up about that promotion or that pay raise, you are able to speak with confidence and you've got the data to back up that story. And you want to be able to say, here's exactly what I accomplished. Here's how I moved the needle and got this goal for the organization. Here's a second reason, because others are competing even if you're not. Midlife professionals often assume that having seniority equals security, and it just doesn't. But in today's fast paced world, every role evolves, and so do the candidates. And you're one of those candidates. Whether you're up for the promotion or if you're eyeing a new opportunity, you're competing against people who also are already stashing their receipts. And I don't want you to let someone with a fancier PowerPoint or a sharper suit simply outshine you with a lot of style and no substance. And the third reason, because it fuels your confidence and your brand. There is a hidden benefit to collecting your receipts, and it's your mindset. You begin to shift from do they notice me at work to look what I built. Every saved email of praise, every chart showing growth, every before and after snapshot becomes a building block of your personal brand. And when you believe in your own value, it shows in your posture, in your pitch, in the way that you advocate for yourself, just the very presence that you have when you walk into the room. Let me tell you a quick story about a former client, and we're going to just call her Susan. This is her background. Susan was a 52-year-old instructional designer, and she was very happy with the work that she was doing, truly loved the job, had accomplished a lot for her school district. She trained a lot of people, she revamped the curriculum, she basically improved student engagement all across the organization. But none of it was documented. She was just doing it for the love of the job. But there was a turning point. And after a failed promotion bid, she actually started creating a wins document. It was truly just a regular old Google Doc where she would go in and she would document all of these good things that she was doing for the organization. Within weeks, she had three solid case studies where she was able to say that she gave a 20% lift in test scores. It was her work that provided a time saving template that was used district wide, and an award winning workshop. What was the outcome? In her next review, she presented all of these receipts. The result? A title bump and a 10% salary increase and an invitation to lead a district wide initiative. So you got to understand the bottom line. Susan deserved to be seen just like you. And when you're seen, you can be paid for the good work that you're doing. It's all about your real contributions, but it only happens when you show the receipts. So here's your next immediate action. I want you to pause this video and I want you to write down one moment in your career, one accomplishment that you're really, really proud of, but you haven't yet documented it. Just jot down the headline and the date, and that is your first receipt. You see, collecting receipts isn't busy work. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. Keep this in mind as we move into the what and the how of this next segment. So, what exactly are these receipts that you're collecting? Well, it's going to be all of your tangible wins. That's going to be promotions, certifications, list titles, dates, any credentials that you've earned, recognitions like the name of the award, who gave it and why, positive feedback from your colleagues, maybe from your immediate supervisors, people or teams that you've led or participated in projects with, and things like, even simple things like emails, thank you messages from colleagues or people that have positively been impacted by your work. And I want these to be quantifiable impacts. So what do I mean by that? That means that's the stuff that you can actually measure with percentages, with numbers, with dollars, or even time saved. So think about the KPIs, think about sales growth percentages, think about cost savings, think about time saving, even completion rates. And if you're someone like me coming from education, think about your student achievement numbers. I've done a lot of work in the learning and development space. So think about the number of people that you may have trained or mentored. How many campaigns have you launched? Are there budgets that you've managed? And what was the dollar amount of those budgets? Did you possibly lead some presentations or some trainings? Do you have snippets of yourself in action where you're actually standing in front of a group of people leading a presentation? And something else I love is a good before and after. So are there snapshots of a project that you led and you've got maybe the rough before and the polished after. So here is your immediate action. I want you to pause this video and I want you to brainstorm just for about 2 minutes and come up with 3 to 5 real big accomplishments that you've had from the immediate past year. Jot them down in your achievement log and don't worry about a whole lot of details just yet. Just get down the headline and the date. Now let's get down to how you're actually going to build your receipt system. And I like for it to be any kind of cloud-based hub. And that's going to be your Google Docs. It's going to be a notes app on your digital device, just something that you can access no matter where you are. So it can be something that you just have digitally where you can quickly jot it down for your tangible wins, your metrics, your artifacts, and you just truly are just doing a drag and drop or a copy paste dump. So it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for you. But you're going to organize this into 3 areas. So that's going to be number one, your tangible wins. Number two, the actual metrics. And then 3, artifacts. So let's break that down. You're going to do this in a regular interval. So set a reoccurring reminder. And that might be something where you have a 15-minute block of time. And I'm literally 15-minute block of time that you put on your calendar. And that could be maybe at the end of each week. So a Friday afternoon when you're kind of wrapping up all the stuff from the week, 15 minutes when that alarm goes off, I want you to go through and start updating this log of just the accomplishments from the past week and treat it like any other important appointment. When it's time to do it, and you get it done, knock it out, and you're ready. Get in the habit of using some quick capture tools. So, screenshots, maybe something where you can just take a quick little snippet of a Slack message or an email and just put that into the file. Maybe get in the habit of using voice memos where you can record yourself just giving a quick summary of exactly what that win was, and then you can transcribe it later. And then pick a time at the end of the month, same thing, make an appointment with yourself. And I want you to review and refine this information at the end of that month's time. And it's just really where you're going through and cleaning up all the details. So that's going to be where you flesh out the dates, the numbers, the context, maybe other people that were involved in it with you, and just highlight the top 3 that stand out for that entire time period. So this is your next immediate action step. I want you to go to your calendar right now and I want you to set it for 15 minutes this Friday. And you're going to title it Update My Achievement Log. And I want you to invite yourself and make sure that you stick to that calendar invite and it reoccurs every Friday. I get it. Talking about yourself can feel a little awkward at first, but I want you to think of it this way. You're actually providing a service for the person that is going to have to make a decision about promoting you or hiring you. You are simply giving them good evidence to make that decision confidently. It's not bragging, it's showing up fully. And there's a mental and emotional payoff to this practice. We simply don't take enough time to reflect on our own accomplishments. Too often, we look for external validation, waiting for someone else to tell us that we're okay or that we're worthy. And I want you to pat yourself on the back. I want you to know your worth. And remember, it's your responsibility to keep score. No one else has to do this. It is you that has to remember all of your accomplishments and have that evidence ready to go when the opportunity arises. So the next time that you hesitate to save that email that's praising you and you want to kind of like not do it, I want you to take a moment and really think to yourself, would I want someone to show me this evidence if I were in their shoes? And then save it. Congratulations, you have now taken the first step into really owning your career. And it's all about understanding your own narrative and owning it. And to make it just a little bit easier, I've actually created a PDF bundle that's going to help you even further. So I've got your support if you're trying to update your resume, if you're trying to learn how to network on online platforms like LinkedIn. or even putting together your portfolio. I know I broke it down pretty easily for you in this video, but you do actually need to create a formal career portfolio that partners with your resume to really tell your entire career story. And it's all about the wins that you are going to have documented based on what you've learned with this exercise. So I want you to click the link that is in the show notes, and you will be able to download that bundle and start documenting your achievements today. And remember, collecting your receipts isn't optional, it's your responsibility. And now that you've done the work, we want to make sure that you get the credit that you deserve. So you're going to click the link in the show notes and download that PDF bundle so you can get started with documenting all of your achievements today. And I want you to treat this like career insurance. It is for you to get yourself ready so that when opportunity knocks, you are able to take that step with full confidence. So remember this: collecting your receipts is not optional, it really is your responsibility. You've done the work, so we want to make sure you get the credit you deserve. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.